This will be for the con assignment point slope form. So the equation used for point slope form, that is going to be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, this equation works well. This equation works well when you have the slope and at least one point. Okay, and that point is considered x1 comma y1. All right, so the point that you plug in, the x coordinate goes there and the y coordinate goes there. All right, so you plug in one point, all right, and of course m is your slope, just like in the y equals mx plus b equation. M is slope. All right, so here they want us to complete the point slope equation of the line through these points. All right, so since we need slope for m, let's do that first. We know that m is the change in y over the change in x. Okay, and of course the first coordinate number is x and the second one is y. So for change in y, I'm going to do -3 minus 0. And for change in x, you have to subtract in the same direction. So I'm going to do 6 minus 1. Okay, -3 minus 0 is just -3. And 6 minus 1 is +5. So that's our slope, -3 over 5. Now, you have to see which point or coordinate they used for y1. All right, here's the formula right here. So they already started it for you. That's going to be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so we can see for y1 they used -3. Okay, so if -3 is y1, then x1 has to be this one right here. That's +6. Okay, so now we can finish the equation here. All right, they started it off, and it's going to equal m, which we said was -3 over 5. All right, so that's going to be -3, hit the fraction button, over 5. Okay, click out front, because you don't want to type in the denominator, so you have to click in the box again so it's out front, and then do the parentheses here. That's going to be x minus x1. So in parentheses, I'm going to do x minus x1, which we said was 6. So I think these are all the same. All right. So always start with slope. m is going to be the change in y over the change in x. And subtract going in the same direction both times. The first number is x, the second number is y. So for change in y, I'm going to do 3 minus 1. For change in x, I'm going to do 1 minus 5. Okay, 3 minus 1 is 2, and 1 minus 5 is negative 4. Okay, use the calculator if you have to. And 2 over negative 4, you can move this negative up top. It's the same as negative 2 over 4. Okay, but they probably want us to reduce this fraction. So they're both even numbers. It starts with a negative. 2 divided by 2 is just 1. 4 divided by 2 is just 2. So we reduce that fraction to negative 1/2. Okay. And now we have to see which one they used for x1 or y1. All right, remember the formula. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so you can see here they use 3 for y1. So if 3 is y1, that means x1 is just 1. So now we can finish. Y minus 3 equals m, which is negative 1/2. So I'm going to type negative 1, hit the fraction button. So it's negative 1/2. Then click out front. And it's going to be x minus x1. X minus x1 we said was 1. So that's it. Alright, one more. Because these are all the same. You start with slope. Change in y over change in x. Okay, you can subtract either direction, but do it the same way both times. So for change in y, we look at the second number. 5 minus negative 1. For change in x, we look at the first number. Negative 6 minus negative 8. Okay, 2 negatives in a row is positive. 2 negatives in a row is positive. 5 plus 1 is 6. Negative 6 plus 8 is 2. Okay, use the calculator if you can't do it in your head. And 6 over 2 is just 3. So this is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, you can see they use positive 5 for y1. So if this is y1, then negative 6 has to be the x1. Okay. So we have y minus 5 equals m, which we said was 3, and parentheses x minus x1. So it's going to be x minus x1 is negative 6. Okay. Now, I don't think they'll accept it like this. Let me just double check to make sure. Oh, they do accept it. Okay, I'm surprised. Because really, we know 2 negatives in a row make it positive. So I guess you can use x minus negative 6 or x plus 6. Same thing.